Hello, good morning, Time Pirates. Arg. And
Yeah.
uh and Alicia comes in cheating, taking first away. Come on, Alicia. I mean, of course you're first. You're gonna be
Lindsay
here.
Lindsay said I didn't count.
Yes, Lindsay's right. Sorry, doesn't count. Otherwise, I'd be first every single day because I'm here at like 6:30.
It's true.
So you look energetic, Alicia.
No, absolutely not. Sleep is a sorceress thing now.
Oh,
I haven't gotten that far in my studies. I
you have
can't
not been
slow.
granted sleep.
Yeah, I haven't been granted sleep. They did more road work last night, which I'm grateful for smooth roadways, but do you have to make so much noise?
You're
And
like,
then they woke me up at 6:30 again.
it's like, how do y'all sleep through all of that you can still get up at 6:30?
Right? I cannot. So, and I should be happy because I got to sleep in at that point. Listen, if you wake me up tomorrow morning at dark 30, there's going to be words.
Oh, yes. And Lindsay says, hi, guys. I need to pop out after the first sprint, but hopefully won't need to be out for too long. Excellent. Hey, it's all about productivity, right? So I'm sure popping out,
Mhm.
you got stuff you got to do. And Lindsay says, I hope everyone is doing well today. I mean, I'm doing great. I'm tired too. I have not figured out how to go to sleep right away after streaming.
Mm.
I have not figured that trick out yet. But today's Friday and it feels good. I'm starting to understand the Friday thing now that, I'm working every day, Monday through Friday, like on a schedule. I always
Yeah.
work. I actually work all 7 days, right? But like on a schedule. So I'm like, hey, I do not have to stream tomorrow morning. I am streaming tomorrow afternoon, but especially after streaming 3 different times yesterday. Vanessa got on our stream last night and Vanessa was like,
Mm.
are you ever not streaming? I'm like, apparently today I am a streamer queen. And also, there are lots of people that do this all the time, and I don't know how they do it.
I'm convinced that they have an coffee IV and it just keeps them going. I cannot. Like, I'm tired after doing 3 hours on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm
3
looking at the
hours?
5 hours on Saturday. I'm like, ugh. I will tell you though that getting up and stretching in between sprints help wake me up.
There you go.
Yeah,
Or maybe I'll have to stretch after I eat my stuffed hash brown.
that's right. You have them in. Are they in the house this time?
Yes, because I put them in the house.
Look,
There's
I make
two
sure.
boxes, and I hid one of them.
Trick your husband to going to the garage and getting one.
Yep,
Ooh.
that's exactly right. He
Um,
he is on an interesting kick, and I don't like it.
I mean, exercise is great, but then eating the hash browns kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Seems weird to
Well,
me.
he stopped eating the hash browns when he started exercising. But it's the whole like he gets up, he exercises at 6:30, which then wakes me up, and I don't like it. And then he sits there and he goes, "Well, hopefully you'll be happier when I come home today." Because I was grouchy this morning. Because not only did he like exercise at 6:30, he then like I moved to the living room and fell back asleep on the sofa, but then he comes out and he's like, "Hey kids, get up, why don't you go wake your mom up?" And then he turns the news on and the news is like excruciatingly loud. Like, why do you need it to be this loud this early?
Yeah, and it's not
So
like I can nap later, right? You don't have time to nap. So it's like I how do you expect me to be in a better mood when I have no time for sleep?
exactly. And it's like, with road work, they use a milling machine and then they're using like the smoothing thing and it's very loud. It like vibrates the house.
And yet your husband and kids no trouble sleeping, right? And you can't sleep.
They
Yep.
have no trouble sleeping.
Yep.
Yep.
Story of my life. I'm telling you, man. Moms have the hearing that you just have to hear. I mean, I slept like a rock before I had kids. After I had
Oh
kids,
yeah.
nope.
Yeah.
Nope. After I had kids, every single little sound wakes me right up.
Yep.
So Yeah.
Or I wake up in the middle of the night sweating because I've had a hot flash or something. And I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of the
Never
time for me,
ending
it's just
battle.
always every single little. I'm like, my kids are older now. You can stop. Nope. Nope. That's on now. It could be anything. And it just wakes me right up.
Yep. The cat wakes me up.
Well, yeah.
Meow.
Animals are the worst. They're worse than kids.
As Ralphie stares at me from the floor.
He's like, what are you meowing at? He's like, Mom, such language.
Right? He's like sitting there, but he's kind of like leaning back away from me. Like, are you going to like swing at me?
What are those words you're, Mom? I don't think you know what you just said. And
Yeah.
Ren says, hello, hello, everyone. Hello, Ren. So good to see you. Ren is reading the Raven Scholar today. My dislike for Gaida increases with every passing chapter. I don't think I know who Gaida is. We must not have gotten there yet. You're reading ahead, Ren.
Where are you at, Ren? What page are you on? What chapter?
I guess
I
we'll
have
find
mine.
out.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't remember again.
Gaida's in chapter 7.
So who is Gaida?
I don't think that was higher. That was in chapter 6, right? So it starts in 7 because I see it. All I know is that Nima and Gaida don't like each other. She said I'm in like chapter 10 or 11. Okay, stop. We're only in chapter the beginning of chapter 7, okay? You're ahead of us now.
Though technically we're supposed to be at the beginning of chapter 10, but we'll get there.
Yeah. We're playing catch up so that we can get to the next section on Wednesday. So yeah, you're a little ahead of us. See?
I guess Gaida is a Raven contender.
Oh. I guess I'll be reading more of this after writing sprints. Okay. I need to stop looking ahead.
Yeah, now I just want to read this and I have to write. Thanks, Ren.
Ren says she's awful.
You'll meet Gaida in chapter 7. Okay, yeah, that's why we don't know who she is, because we just got to chapter 7.
Yep.
All right, excellent. Excellent. All right, I am at 55,006. I delete a few words to get started this morning, and so my goal is 56,006. And I'm determined to get it in 3 because I have other work. I still need to finish that edit for Lahia. It's the last book in her series. It's a Redemption of Fate. So, though oddly, I watched because someone's read Touch of Fate, and then someone's reading Corruption of Fate. But Burden of Fate is the second one. So this has to be 2 different people. So it was because you can't. Why would you jump from the first one to the third one? You know. And I always put the next book in the series in the back, so it's very clear which one you have to go to next. So
right.
It's very odd. Ren goes, whoops, sorry. Yeah. That's all right. See? I need to...
We'll get there.
Excuse me. It just motivates me to finish this so I can at least, read to where I'm supposed to be, right? So it gives me that extra motivation. I don't mind. By the way, there's nothing wrong. I just sneeze in the morning now. I don't know. Yay for getting old.
Dust.
God, I hope it's not dust. My whole house is dusty.
Mine too.
Dusting's the last thing I do. I'm lucky, with dishes and clothes and toilets. Okay, those are my priorities. And lately floors, because one of the dogs has been sick. So, poor Benny is sick.
Yeah, I've got some cat messes to clean up.
Yeah, there's always something somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And Asbrozel joined us. Hello, Asbrozel. Welcome. Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello. Today I am writing for my thesis again, but first I need to eat lunch. That I understand.
What's for lunch?
Yeah, what's for
Oh,
lunch?
excuse me.
I had some raisin bread my husband bought me when we went did the vendor booth last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
There was a baker there. There's almost always a baker. Love the bakers. But there's almost always a dog treat person too, and there wasn't one this time. And so we that's why we like being the books, because we're always the only book people. And they're always like, wow, we haven't had a book person before if we go to a new one. So it's really cool, right? But there's always a baker. There's always somebody making jam. There's always hot sauce. And there's always, well, usually always a dog treat person.
Yeah.
So, and the other stuff can come and go, but those things are like staples. And so he bought me some raisin bread I can have for breakfast. The problem is the bread is too wide to go in the toaster.
Oh no.
So I ended up cutting just a thicker slice instead of a thin one, and then cutting it in half so I could put it in the toaster. It's very satisfying. It would probably, at that thickness like that, would make really good French toast, quite frankly.
Ooh.
But it's the one thing I can't share. I can't give Cora any. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to give dogs human food. I'm sorry, man, life's short. But I can't give her that. She can't have cinnamon or raisins. So she's all like, dude, mom.
Where's
like,
mine?
sorry, you can't have any of this. And as Brozel said, just some cereal. We eat a warm meal this evening. It's like raclette, but out of the oven. That didn't help us at all. I have no idea what that is.
I eat
Raclette.
That just went up and over my
head. The yummy, melty, cheesy thing. Yum.
Sure, I'll take your word for it.
I've seen the melty, cheesy thing. You can even get that at our little Mexican restaurant, but they don't call it that. They call it something else. Yummy. I don't remember, honey. It's a dish associated with Alpine culture. I wonder if that counts as when. Have you seen when they like heat up the Parmesan cheese and just scrape that off, like the whole wheel? They just have a bowl in the middle that they yum. Or they'll take the hot noodles right out of the pot and put it on the Parmesan cheese wheel. I'm like, sign me up.
Right?
Sign me up. All right. At this point, I'm just procrastinating. I am so close to being done with this darn book. So it'll be really nice. I should have it done next week. That's how close I am. So, which is a little ahead of schedule, which is nice because there's also, I changed a couple things just now writing it, like in the last couple weeks. So I need to, it will probably take me longer to fix it than I thought it would. So it's good I finish early so I can have some more time to revise. So I'm still on time. So, I mean, you know, with my 7th deadline that I've set for myself.
No.
Still counts. All right, here we go. First sprint. Stay awake, Alicia. You can do it. You can do it. She says,
I'm trying. I'm trying.
See you in 30. All right. Looks like today's going to be one of those days because I got 300 words in, and I feel like I typed a lot more than that. It just happens sometimes. I also realize the scene is backwards, so I'm going to have to reverse it.
Uh-oh.
It happens sometimes. So, how did you do? I mean, you're still awake. Today, that's probably a win right there.
Yes. I did eat breakfast, so I am a little more awake. And I'm drinking my
Excellent.
coffee. My dad has already tried to call me twice just in the past 2 minutes. So I'll have to call him back. But I managed to do a rambling page of 407 words. So
Nice.
I'm doing
Very nice.
something today.
Yeah, that's for sure. Forward momentum is forward momentum.
Yeah.
Even if it's not going forward in the
The way I
exact
want
direction we
to.
predicted. That's right.
It's not planned, but we're moving forward.
Let's see. We got to Asbrosel and Courtney. Courtney says, hello, ladies, doing a boot camp sprint. Excellent. When we're done with ours, we'll probably hop over there. I am predicting I'll be able to get it done in my normal 3, but we'll see. I really thought I wrote more words than that. Greg says, hello all, back from my bike ride and having breakfast during the sprint. I'm super tired after last night for some reason. Yeah, I find it hard to go to bed afterwards. So after streaming like that, especially like being on, it's really hard to shut it down then and go to sleep. I'm sure that's why like performers and musicians and stage actors and all, stay up so late because it's so hard to shut that down after you've been on. So
it's all that excitement.
Yeah, and all that feeding the audience and everything, right? So you have all this. The brain is like very awake at that point. It's hard to just make it say, okay, you can go sleep now. It's like, not yet. You're like, sleep? What are you talking about? I never need sleep again. Yeah, we'll see how you feel in the morning, brain.
Yeah.
Molly says, not first, nor on time.
But you made it.
You made it, though. We're so good to see you, Molly. You're on time. We're not gone yet. We're still here. That counts as on time.
That is true.
And Infinity Library, hiya! I'm here for some productivity and reading today. Yay! Welcome in, welcome in. If there is something else you would like to, you would like us to call you, please let us know, and we will endeavor to remember and do that. If Infinity Library is fine, then that is what we will call you.
I feel like I have had that name before across my path.
Yep, I don't remember, but welcome. Hey, and let us know what you're reading. Alicia says hello to all the peoples. And Ren says, had lunch, got some water, and now snacking on some chocolate. That sounds amazing. I actually broke out last night as I was trying to wind down, and I just was having trouble. I broke out I'm like, well, I'm up anyways. The shortbread cookies we bought at Christmas but never ate them.
Ooh.
So I had one stack of those. They're stacked in very convenient 3s. So each shape, there's 24 in here. So there's 6 of each, right? But each pile, it's 3, 3, 3, 3. I'm like, that's perfect. Thank you for portioning them for me.
Right?
Because a big bag of chips doesn't work. I just eat them. A big, thing of cookies doesn't work. I just eat them. But portioning like that, even though technically I could just keep going, that gives me a stop point, and I'm very appreciative when they do that for me. But they're the best packaged shortbread that I can get. They're really good. Infinite Library says, I'm beta reading the first 10 chapters of someone's novel currently. Excellent. Well, I hope it is a satisfying read. You can call me Keela. Oh, Kylar. You can call me Kylar.
I think she's new to the community in itself.
I don't know. I've seen that name before now that I'm looking at it, because I remember the R being in the pronunciation but not in the name. So you might have been on Nicole's Sprints or something.
Yeah, I think she's been but she's been showing up recently.
Yeah, Kylar, I've been on lots of sprints lately and do BookTube also, so that may be where you've seen my name before. That could be it. I mean, we completely relate with the Infinite Library, don't we, Alicia?
Yes.
You're definitely one of us just based on your name.
You're getting added to the the list.
Ren says Kyla is also doing their first sprint this weekend. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Awesome. And Greg says, welcome, Kylar. And Kylar says, done BookTube for about 2 years now. That's fantastic. I don't think, can I click on you? Go to channel. If you stream with this one, like I don't stream with my Kelly one. There you are. Look at that. I am not subscribed. I will subscribe now.
She's been added to the list of booktubers.
Yeah, it looks like they, them. So here, let's
Okay.
do, I'm going to put it in here.
No, I don't have you in here.
So this is their page. So there you go. That'll be fun. Do you do TBRs? Because that's my favorite thing. Do you play a TBR game? It is my favorite BookTube thing. I love the possibilities. It makes me so happy. Especially if they do the wrap up with it, because then I can just watch it all in one video and see if there's any books I need to add to my TBR. Half the time, though, I add books to my TBR because they look good that someone else is about to read, even if they haven't read it yet.
Yep.
So, yep. So, very cool, very cool. I am excited. All right, well, welcome in. Thanks, and yes, pronouns are they, them. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. All right. So I really need to get to writing. I cannot believe it was only 300 words I wrote. Color says I do a series called Treasure or Trash, which is like Shelf It or Scrap It. Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I have like, if anyone watched my TBR video, you see I have a whole bunch of ideas this whole year, and I want to do at least one a month. And so I have a spinner wheel with my TBR just to decide which one I'm doing. And the one this month was very handy too, because it works for Here Kid, was the adaptations. So it's a or not adaptations, retellings. So I'm doing, it's the Infinite Library. I have books everywhere. I've got to clean my desk tomorrow. Notice I say tomorrow. I know I'm too busy today. So I'm reading Carrie by Stephen King, because I've never read the original. And then The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. So original, which was in the 70s. So that was like, 50 years ago. That counts as a classic in my opinion. And The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. And considering there is a retelling, that also, kinds of gives it some credence. So very excited about reading those, so that the first of my new kind of series that I'm doing is going to be retelling. But I have a bunch of them. I want to revisit my book hauls. I have all the data for that to see how many of them I've read and haven't read. Mind you, I have the data, but it gives me an excuse to read more of them. You know what I mean? That isn't for something else. So I have those I want to do. I have chunky books. So reading really books, big books. Like if we hadn't chosen Raven Scholar for our book club, that was going to be my first chunky book. So things like that. And so I'm really excited. But it's nice to do the spinner wheel to make that decision for me.
Yeah.
And then I can just do whichever episode that is.
Squeaky, 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 squeaky.
Yeah, she found her toy. I mean, at least she's chewing something she's supposed to be chewing.
This is very true.
And Benny's right outside the door. His tail is under my bedroom door. It's but I let him in and he hides under the bed, and then Cora has a fit. So she tries to get under the bed with him, and then she comes on this side and tries to dive in the other side to get to him. And I was like, he just wants to rest. Leave him alone. She's like, Benny!
So excited to see you.
She's like the most annoying little sister ever. And Benny loves to play with her, but even Benny has a point where he's like, that's enough.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, Color says, ooh, a good mix. I love a retelling. Yes, I sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. And that's the point of this, right? So I think it'll be really fun. And I have a whole list of possibilities based on books that I already own. So I'm trying to do those. Oh, I also have a thing. It'll be 4 books long. If I have 4 books, some of them are 3, are who did it better. So they're ones that are a bunch of tropes, like Cinderella retellings, right?
Mm,
So I do 4 different ones and see, what I liked about it. The problem is I want to have criteria, so I have to work that up so I can do a more analytical. It's still my personal opinion, but at least a more analytical look at them.
right.
Um, so to compare all 4 books, I have ones that are like older killers, right? There's like killers of a certain age. There's, you know what I mean? Like older people solving mysteries. There's a whole bunch that are doing that right now. Um, King Arthur retellings.
Mm,
So, those kind of things. I have that one in there. Sherlock Holmes. Um, what else? I have Jack the Ripper. So stories that explore books that explore Jack the Ripper and those different ones. So I have a whole bunch of dancers. I even have one that's just dancers. It features dancers. And I
mm.
have 4 different stories for that one or 4 different books for that. So those kind of things, right? So I really, really want to dive into those too. I think that would be really, really fun.
Woo.
Kyler says, I am kind of obsessed with retellings, to be honest. I'm working on a Snow White specific one right now. Nice.
Mm.
Kyler says, a video of retellings. I mean, not just one retelling. Yeah, right? But I'm not reading the original, right? This, for the retellings video specifically, I'm reading the original and then the retelling to compare, right?
Mm, mm.
And plus, I mean, come on, we've got, you know, white male and black female. So talk about different perspectives in the same story. I cannot wait to read the differences between these two. I'm very, very excited about it. This would be a really cool comparison because it's like comparing the same thing, but it's also comparing completely different things. So
Right.
I'm excited. Oh, that sounded like paper. All right, let's start the next sprint, and then I'll have to go see how Cora went from chewing on things she's supposed to things she's not supposed to.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, puppies. What do you want? All right, here we go. And there is the end of our second sprint. And I got another 300 in, so I'm at 600. That one felt like 300 though. I was making more notes. I typed more words, but some of them were notes, so they were off to the side. Because this chapter I'm gonna print it out and then rearrange it. So sometimes it's just not quite working. You have to just keep writing until you make it work. You're like, oh, there it is, and now I have to move everything around. It'll be easier if I can look at it physically and fix it on the screen. How'd you do, Alicia?
I called my dad back and trying to explain to him like writing sprints, but using words that he didn't understand. He doesn't know what a booktuber is. He doesn't know what body doubling is. He doesn't know like the whole concept of what we're doing here. So trying to explain it to him, I think at one point he just said, "Hey, I've got another call coming in. I'm going to get off the phone."
You're like, oh, I see, Dad. I
So
have to be here for you, but you don't have to be here for me. Got it. Okay, cool.
pretty much. But yet he still wants those royalty checks if I ever get published.
Yeah.
So you see how much he cares.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, well, if you ever want me to get published, you need to quit calling me during my writing time. That's how you answer that one.
Well, and that's what I told him because he was like, "Well, you didn't answer the first time," and I said, "Yeah, because I'm in writing sprints. I do these Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m." And he is like, "Already?" And I was like, "I do this 5 days a week, and
It's
I've
been
been
months,
doing
Dad.
it. Yeah, I've been doing it since what, September,
It's been months.
August, something." And he was just like, "So," he's like, "What are you writing a dictionary?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, it's fiction, first of all, so I'm creating an entire world. And second of all, like, depending on what kind of book I'm writing, it depends on its word count."
Well, plus, it's not as easy as you just write the words.
Right?
So
No.
he obviously has zero concept.
Well, and then he brings in this, "Oh, well, so and so can publish a book and they just started," and I'm like, "Yeah, they probably had a ghostwriter if it came out really quickly." Because he's talking about all of these like nonfiction writers or the like political correspondent people. They write a book and oh, it's magically out. And I'm like, yeah, they probably had lots of help. They're not creating a world from scratch. And they're, they know somebody basically.
Yeah, that's how they get it published, right? Yeah.
And
Plus,
he's like,
publishing actually publishes more nonfiction than anything else.
right. And then he was like, "Well, what happened to that book that you spent all those years on?" And I said, "Which one?" Because I have a lot of different stories that I've been working on throughout different periods. So, and he's like, "So wait, you're telling me that you didn't even finish that one? Did you scrap it? Did you waste all that time?" And I was like, "Okay, here we go." I was like, "You know what? It's still being worked on. Just I have several books that I'm working on." And he goes, "And so this one is not that one." And I was like, "No." And then at one point he was just like, "Okay, well, I have another call coming in, so."
It's like, you called me, douchebag. I mean, I know I called you back, but you called me.
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm just like, okay.
You know,
I know how much I mean to you today.
yeah. It's like, sometimes parents do the best they can, and sometimes the best they can is not what we need at all.
And it doesn't help that my dad is very much, I've learned this over the years, like from various like interactions or things that my dad has done or said. There was one time in college where I just asked him to borrow $25 and so that I could buy a textbook and then I would pay him the $25 back. But when I went to go pay him the $25 back, he wanted $40 because of interest.
Like,
But he
you're
never
my
said that.
father.
Yeah, he never said that in the beginning. So I handed him the $25. I said, "Take it or leave it." And then and there I said, "I am never borrowing money from my father again."
I mean, why would you do that to your children anyways? I don't.
His belief is that he brought me into this world, therefore I owe him.
No, he brought you into this world and you didn't ask to be here. He owes you. That's why I said
Same.
my kids did not ask to be here.
Exactly.
They didn't ask to be here. I decided to bring them here. They had no choice in the matter. So why do they owe me exactly?
Yeah.
It makes me so mad.
And my dad has always been one of those, like, he's the one that, like, you have to plant the seed and then it becomes his idea. So, like, his whole, like, debt-free journey that he's doing is because I planted the seed and then it became his idea. And then he goes, "Oh, but I want it paid off, like, yesterday, so I need money." So, yeah, let
Go
let
get
me
another job, old man.
let me well, and that's the thing is he'll sit there and say that he can't because he's retired from the military and he's on disability and this, that, and the other. But what I see him do when I go visit him is he sits on his butt and does nothing and he scrolls on his phone. So he's not helping matters. But anyway, I digress because I could go on a whole freaking tangent.
No, I feel you. We all have parent issues, and this is a place to help share them because we're all going to put them in books someday.
You know, I was actually in my rambling of 486 words that I wrote. I was actually rambling about how maybe I should write a book about all of the trials and tribulations that I've had to go through just with my dad.
No, because we all have different ones, right? But what you should do is use that. So
I
you
could.
use that in your books. You use it to create characters. You use it to hit emotional points. You use it to, do you see what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
use it. That's what you do.
Mhm.
Everything that we experience, hear
Starting to see-
about, really get into, yeah, it all becomes content. It becomes our worlds. Cora, leave Benny alone. He doesn't feel good. Quit biting him. He doesn't want to play.
No playing for the puppy.
She's like, I don't understand. Not play. I don't understand those words.
Yeah.
Greg says Cora gonna Cora. Oh yeah, she's Cora-ing all right. And Vanessa joined us. Hello, Vanessa. Good to see you.
Hello.
Vanessa asked how Greg was going, and Greg says, very tired, been a busy week, but attempting to be productive on this draft. How about you? Vanessa says, you can do it. And Vanessa says, I'm excited. I did not wake myself up at 4 a.m. coughing. Oh, look at that progress. First night I've slept through since last year. I'm on the road to recover since last year, but I mean Vanessa. I mean, that's still over a week. It's still a long time, but I mean,
Yeah.
Also, writers, we never exaggerate anything.
No, not at all.
Not at all. And y'all said hi back and forth. And Alicia says, I'm exhausted, but hanging in there. I didn't get much sleep due to road work and a 6:30 a.m. wake up. Vanessa says, ugh, lack of sleep makes everything hard. Yes, it does. Sending you good vibes. Alicia says, thank you. I appreciate it. Molly says, ugh. Vanessa sends hearts. And then Molly says, I have been on the phone this whole time because I've been without my diabetic medication for about a month since it needed a PA. Ooh, I mean, diabetic medication isn't exactly the stuff you could just be like, I guess I won't take it now. It's
right.
not exactly how those particular meds work.
No.
Yeah, and you said, yikes, that's not good. Vanessa says, oh no. Greg says, that's awesome, Vanessa. And oh no, Molly, I'm so sorry. Vanessa gives more hearts. And Kyler says, that's awful, Molly. Molly says, thanks. Yeah, I was especially glad to hear it could be another month. Oh. Yeah, I'd be glad to hear that too. Don't they know it's cheaper just to give us, it's okay. Cora, he doesn't have to play with you. She's barking at him because he doesn't want to play.
Come on, play with me.
Right?
Relax, puppy.
Molly says, thanks. Yeah, I was especially glad to hear it could be another month. And Kyler says, chapter and a half into the beta read. It's good so far. Kind of fantasy horror. Nice. Charles says, Guten Morgen, mein Fräuleins. We're not Fräuleins. We're married. We're Fraus.
That's true. Yep.
And Greg. Ren says, at the tail end of chapter 12, and now I'm sad. What? Ren, stop it.
Stop.
We got to block Ren right now. We got to
switch books. It is time to switch books.
Read something else or don't tell us about it. All right, Christina says, good morning, Kelly and Alicia. Good morning, Christina. Good to see you. And Greg says, I love the perception that published author equals rich. I know.
Right?
They always think that. I'm like, I don't think y'all understand.
The process that takes to get there.
Well, not just that.
It's not.
I know very few published authors, like even traditionally big contract
Yeah.
authors, that is their only source of income. It's
Yeah.
extremely rare for that to be the only source. There aren't any. I could sit down and name you a couple dozen right now, right? But that's a couple dozen when I know hundreds of authors. Do you see what I mean? Benny,
Right.
do not go back
Right.
there. Stay there. Stay.
Now
Oh
he's
my
got
gosh.
both of them.
These dogs are going to kill me. Vanessa says some parents don't do the best they can though. Yeah, well, I just try to be
No.
hopeful because I know my parents did the best they could. They just, the best they could wasn't what I needed, but they tried. As Rosal, sometimes parents are really helpful. Yeah, exactly. Vanessa, my mom was like that when I was younger, Alicia. Ugh, it's frustrating.
Mhm.
Kyler, I'm very lucky that 2 of my cousins are also writers and my aunt is a poet, so my family gets it a bit more. Yes, that would help. Vanessa, also your dad didn't bring you into the world, your mom did. Yeah, also true.
This is true.
He had minuscule.
Yep. He had a very
input.
minute.
Tiny, seriously, she's driving me crazy. Cora, stop. And I'm probably not going to be able to walk her today because it's thunderstorms all day. This is great. This is great. I could just lock her in her kennel and forget I have a puppy, right? What was that about good parenting? Oh, wait. Also, my mom tries to take credit for everything I do. It's so annoying. Yeah, that's
my dad.
When you have a narcissist mom. Yeah, your dad sounds like a narcissist, but I don't know him well enough to make that diagnosis. But I know my mom is.
I would agree.
Greg, that's some seriously intense interest. Yeah. Lindsay says, that's me back so I can relax and read House of Leaves. Can you relax by reading House of Leaves? I don't know. It's kind of a mind F, that book, right? I mean, I haven't read it. I just heard it was.
I haven't either.
Vanessa says, yes, use all that family ridiculousness to make money. It's the least you're owed. Exactly. It's the least you're owed. Use it all. Vanessa says, last year was more than a week ago. Please do not minimize my accomplishment.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. It was 9 days. It's fair. Charles says, looking at a day of laundry, cleaning, listening to audiobooks, and possibly working. Still working on The Princess of Potential. Starting to actually like The King of Troyvik. Are you supposed to like The King? Ren is laughing, and Charles says, yes, pardon me, Frau Colby. Yes, thank you. Exactly. And Vanessa says, House of Leaves was so weird. I'm not very into experimental fiction. Yeah, it's not my favorite, but sometimes I'm really intrigued, and I really want to read that one. So we shall see. But awesome. All right, let's start this last sprint. We'll be done almost on time today. It's a miracle, and I'm doing something with the puppies. I don't know what, but they're driving me batty.
You skipped the comment where Greg said usury is illegal, and I had to look up the word because I didn't know what usury meant.
I have a joke. Well, first of all, tell everyone what usury means.
Usury means the illegal action or practice of lending money at unreasonably high rates of interest.
And also, there's a joke at the company, so I'm so glad that it was Greg and that you looked up the word, because it's not a Greg manuscript if I don't have to look up a word. What is that? That is. Oh, and it's always a word, and he always uses it correctly. I'm like,
I know.
What is that?
I will say thank you to Greg because I will never forget that word now.
That's right. You kind of got it now.
I have learned a new word in my vocabulary. I'm totally using it in my book.
I love it. And sorry if I skipped any comments. I'm a little distracted.
She's
Seriously,
got puppies.
Puppies
Puppies all around.
They are. Wait, let me see. You see? Look, this is what I'm dealing with right now. Look at them. Do you see them? Do you see them? Yeah, that's playing. I know it looks vicious, right? But it's playing. Except it won't stay that way because Benny doesn't want to play right now.
He's like, go away, child. I am trying to rest.
Yeah, he does not feel good.
He needs to go like this with his paw. Go away.
No, I'm going to let him out. All right. Thank you. And we have 30 more minutes. Let's do this last sprint. Here we go. All right, that is our third and final sprint. To be completely honest, I am 17 words short, but I'm going to call that close enough because I can finish that. So I still have the 1,000 I need to get done from Wednesday anyway. So I do want to write some more today. Today, despite what Vanessa thinks, is the only day I'm streaming today. It was funny that because yesterday was a crazy streaming day, right? Did this sprints and then I did the boot camp readathon sprints, and then we had the new role playing game, the Writing Wrongs, WRIGHTING wrongs. So it's a it was a busy online day yesterday. But today I have some more time, and I'm actually really into the story. So quite frankly, I might just keep writing. But I have to get my edit done with my author, so I've got to prioritize that today. How'd you do, Alicia?
Well, I did more 540 words of rambling, and there is a pair of hawks that have been sitting on the cap to our chimney.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the third day this week that I have heard them very adamantly while sitting up there. So I'm wondering, and I'm hoping that they're not trying to build a nest on the top of my chimney. But we do
Surely
have,
that would be difficult, right? With the hole in the middle?
well, no,
Then again,
because
branches aren't exactly close together either.
the way that the cap piece is it's kind of flat on top. The holes
Mm.
are on the sides, so it's squarish, but then the holes are on the sides, so it comes out that way.
Huh.
But they've been sitting on the top, and I don't know if that would be conducive to a nest.
I don't know. I bet you an internet search would tell you whether it's something you need to worry about or not.
I will look it up, but that like I said, this is the third day this week, and sometimes it's just one. And my husband has a picture where he actually has both of them in the pair sitting up there, and I'm like, why? What are you trying to tell me?
They're telling you your yard has lots of delicious mice.
Probably because my husband has killed 4 of them in the workshop.
See, they're just trying to help you.
Well, knock next time. I'll let you into the workshop, and you
That's
can
right. You can come
hunt.
right in. Have a feast.
I mean, we do have a bazillion lizards and frogs and all that kind of stuff too. We've got 4 different snakes, so it's possible. They
Yeah,
think
they're
our
like, this
yard
is
is
paradise.
plentiful.
That's right.
It's plentiful. We'll
I
stay.
love it. That's so cool. Let's see, where were we? We were talking about the House of Leaves. And Vanessa says, I like that experimental fiction exists. I just don't care for it myself. Yeah, I have to admit, most of the time it does not satisfy me either. But I'm so curious about House of Leaves and Slewfoot. Both of those I'm so curious about. But I haven't bought them yet because both of them are very expensive books. And because I'm also not into experimental fiction, I'm like, and I don't think, I'll check again in my library. I think they had Slewfoot, but they didn't have House of Leaves. So I'm just curious. I need someone who has it so I can borrow it. That's what I need. Kyler says, I do want to get to House of Leaves at some point. Vanessa says, usury used to be just lending money at interest, period. In the Bible, I mean. It has changed, which means our entire system is a big ass sin. Yes, I agree. Greg says, but I don't think anyone's surprised by that. And so when people ask about the religion in our country, I'm like, capitalism. The religion in this country is capitalism. If all of your values are based upon the thing, that's your religion, right? So it's capitalism.
Yeah.
Greg says, House of Leaves was one of those books where I'm glad I read it and I don't need to read it again. Yep, I could see that. I want to get to the glad I read it part, see? And Christine says, love learning new words. Me too. Vanessa says, Greg, same. And Christina said hi to the puppies. Just so you know, I let Benny out one more time. I locked Cora up for a minute just so she'd leave him the heck alone. And I let him out one more time because, like I said, he's not feeling well. And then I went ahead and let him out of the room. And then let Cora out of her kennel and gave her bone. And now she's happily just chomping on that.
Aww.
So maybe a little aggressively chomping on it, but the bone can take it. Benny's tired. Greg says, I inherited my dad's love of obscure words. Yeah, it's so funny to me. Vanessa says, I also love obscure words. And you were not muted, but you took care of that, so we're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa says, eavesdrops with joy. Yeah, we all need more material. Sorry, I didn't even notice. I was dealing with the puppies. Greg says, which is funny because my dad was a CPA and my mom was an English teacher and librarian, but he was the one with infatuation with $5 words. That's because it wasn't his job, see? So it was more fun.
Yeah.
Vanessa's like, dang, thwarted when you muted, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Alicia says, both of my parents had multiple jobs, but never talked about the money stuff with us kids. Vanessa says, Greg, no one in my family was into big words. My entire childhood was reading though. Latchkey kid. Same. So I pick things up. Yeah, I pick them up subtly though. Like I use a word and I'm like, wait, is that even the right word? I do not have Greg's vocab. I'll tell you that right now. Kyler says, my mom never stopped talking about money stuff. Yeah, I get that. We were somewhere in the middle. Sorry, it jumped. That's what happens. Alicia says, my mom at times would have 2 to 3 jobs just to make ends meet after my parents divorced. Yeah, that's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
And Kyler says, life of a single parent is hard for sure. Courtney says, hey, y'all, hope y'all are being wildly productive pirates this morning. I'm done with sprints and have to run an errand. Be well. Thank you, Courtney. Have fun on your sprints. Drive safely, or on your errands. Drive safely. And we were pretty productive, I have to say. I mean, Alicia wrote a lot of words for being so exhausted. It might be some kind of, fugue state later when you go back to look at it. Have you seen those memes where a writer gets up middle of the night, writes the most brilliant things ever, next day goes to edit and goes, what the heck is this?
That will be me. Yep. I don't remember a damn thing I wrote, but I'll come back to it and go, what is this?
What was this again? I felt brilliant at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Alicia said, wow, done already, Courtney. Hope your sprints went well and hope you get your errands completed. Vanessa says, every single time I came to YouTube, you were live. It was hilarious. It was just Thursday. This is not normal. I'm already on camera way more than I feel comfortable with, but it is what it is.
It's a one-time thing.
That was a one-day thing. I do not plan on doing that again. Doesn't mean it'll never happen, but I don't plan on it. Ren says, have 2 pages left in chapter 13. And what? No, I'm skipping your comments, Ren.
You're supposed to stop and switch books, ma'am. She's going to be done with the book before we even do week 2.
And when we talk about it, you're going to be like, gosh, I don't remember that.
Take notes if you're going to read ahead.
Right. I'm so glad you're loving it, though. That's very satisfying, right? So that'll be fun. You are going to make me, however, even though I'm going to write these last 17 words, but then I'm going to read the pages I need in this because it's only 30 pages. So I'm going to do that. And then I'll do my work.
Oh, look, my dad's finally calling me back.
Well, he can wait a few minutes.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. I have no rush to answer.
Red says, thanks for sprints. Kelly and Alicia, absolutely. Thank you for being here. Molly says, thank you for sprints. Christina says, good job getting your words. Well, almost. I have 17, but I'm going to get those. Greg says, you could probably dissuade the hawks if you make it a little hot. That might be it too, though. It's been chilly there. They might just be absorbing the heat. You know what I mean? They might just be enjoying the heat. That's actually not, that's opposite of what Greg says, but that might be what they're doing.
Sitting up there.
Yeah, just enjoying
getting the heat. Because it is metal. It is a metal cap, so maybe.
Yeah. So keep an eye on the weather, see if they go away as it warms up again.
Yep.
Which it inevitably will. Christina says, save progress. I have no idea if I did or not, so I'm just going to do it again just to make sure.
I saved.
Yep, saved. All right. And Charles fell down a YouTube rabbit hole that landed on Fred Astaire's Putting on the Ritz. Oh my gosh, that man can dance. Always like Fred Astaire's dancing. Not sure how I feel about the man himself, but his dancing, He was my favorite. It always looked like he was floating. And Christina says Rita is sprinting. And we have more sprinty fun with the BookTube Bible if you're looking for somewhere else awesome to go. And Vanessa said also House of Leaves. If you don't know, the musician Poe is his sister, and her album Haunted was released at the same time as House of Leaves, and they go together. It's also a kick-ass album. Nuh-uh, I didn't know that.
What?
Okay, that's really cool. I mean, that sounds like a thing that we should do at Halloween. How fun would that be? Listen to the music and play the thing. We could do that together. Christina says, thanks for hosting today. Kelly and Alicia, have a beautiful day. Christina says, Boot Camp Convoy is up on there. I have it up on my other screen. I have to look. Is someone sprinting right now, though, Christina? Charles, thanks for hosting today. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Charles. See, Alicia and I would have been here today. Today I felt good, but Wednesday I did not. And today Alicia's like,
Listen, if I get my sleep interrupted one more time, there will be words.
Someone is dying. Oh, there will be words. Oh, you're so gentle. I'm like, someone's dying.
I didn't say they would be nice words, and I didn't say they wouldn't result in that, but one thing led to another, and I don't know what happened.
I love it.
I was
says, right? Look, man, I needed that nap. After that nap Wednesday, everything was okay for me. Like I was able to reset. Christina says, if you are not on the convoy, you can report to the next drill instructor, Lachette, from @Scarlet Moon Creations. Excellent. So she starts at 2 p.m. Central. All right. So no one's streaming now, so not until 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Everyone can go eat lunch and come back. And Kyler says, I did not know that. I will have to listen alongside. This is why you hang out with book people. You learn things. Fred's like, I can't help it. It's so good. Keller says, got to chapter 3 and the beta will probably carry on and finish today, though I feel a nap calling. Ren says, I'll probably be done by next Wednesday, so we'll definitely be taking note. You better take notes. You're going to forget.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, in Ren's defense, she can't exactly make it to our sprints because that's 2 a.m. for her or something. So, give you some, leeway there, but still. Vanessa says, I absolutely adore the album. Cool. Ren, and also I can only handle one audiobook at a time, so I need to finish this immersive read to start my next audio. That makes sense. Yeah. Ren, but I can read multiple books at the same time as long as they are different formats. Yep, same. Physical, ebook, audio, that's what I'm reading at all times, and I don't immersive read, so... Christina, I like seeing Debbie Reynolds singing Good Morning, though. It was a fun rabbit hole. It would be a fun rabbit hole. While you're there, look up the Danny Kaye when he does the orchestra thing and Walter Mitty. That's one of my, that might be my favorite single performance by him. Just that. When he does all the different instruments. So good. Vanessa, I feel that about sleep, Alicia. I was so excited when I woke up and it was actually daylight. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I don't know what that's like, even when I do sleep, though, because, winter. Christina says 48 Hours of Arc Madness also starts today at 3 p.m. on Dee Dee's channel. Excellent. I do have Arc I need to finish, but I have to finish my boot camp book first. So I will probably start on those sprints. And Vanessa has the Writers Troop Zoom co-working at 1 today. Very cool. I've still never done one of those. Yep, I got it. Yep, we're good. No worries, Christina. And as Rosal says, I finished working on my thesis for today. I managed to write an email I've been procrastinating for a long while. Yeah, sometimes those are more painful. It's like, it was only 6 sentences. Why did I wait so long to write that? But sometimes Vanessa's going to go get some food. Y'all have a great day and weekend. Thank you. You too, Vanessa. Y'all have an amazing time. And we're done for the day. Do you have any last words, Alicia?
No.
She's
have a good weekend.
I'm out of words.
Sunday sprints.
Sunday sprints. Bye.
Pretty much. Insert zombie noises.
That's right. I love it. Awesome. All right, y'all. We will see you for these, anyways, for Pirates on Monday. So, Monday, 8 a.m. Central, we will see you to get more words in. We'll see you then. Bye.